Hello, and welcome to this edition of EMS Now Up Close. I am Eric Miskell with EMS Now, and it's my pleasure today to be speaking with Roberto Gatti. He is the CEO of Delvitech. And as you're going to learn, Delvitech provides automated optical inspection equipment to the electronics manufacturing industry. So Roberto, welcome. I've been looking forward to the chance to get to know you and learn more about Delvitech. So why don't we begin by just allowing you to introduce yourself and give an overview of the company?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. So the company Delvitech is a Swiss-based company born 5 years ago. Delvitech is specialized in creating technologies for the optical inspection applied to the assembling of electronic boards. Basically, Delvitech has the main site of business here in the southern part of Switzerland, one office in the United States, one office in India. We are globally right now approximately 75 people, and we have a very strong R&D department here, and we are launching, or we have launched more than we are launching, a very important different technology to approach the optical inspection and to approach the quality in the overall line of the assembling of PCB.
Good. And that's why I wanted to, I read about your product. I wasn't able to see it live yet, but tell me, what is it about Delvitech's solution that you think makes it different from all the others?
So first of all, there are some different unique selling propositions. The first one is the fact that we use only two types of systems that have identical technologies in terms of optical head and identical software. Both systems are used in the complete line. So what it means is that each one of these machines can perform post-paste, pre-reflow, post-reflow, pre-wave, or post-wave optical inspection. These systems are using, as I said, a unique optical head. The optical head that is completely patented is using 6 different cameras. One camera is a top camera that is completely customized, integrated with an FPGA and a Thunderbolt interface. The second camera is a polarized camera. And then we have 4 angle cameras at a very high angle degree. Together with this, we are using 4 customized projectors and several LED lights that basically allows the machine to perform greatly from a very high distance from the board in different situations. So the precision is very high and the collection of data is very high. Typically, we manage acquisition of approximately 40 gigabytes of data per window that we analyze and we detect in less than 1 second. The second important unique selling proposition is the fact that we are using a single software for the complete line or for the complete different inspection we're going to perform. This software is web-based, cloud-based, and it has been generated using the microservice technology. This software is extremely fast, and it's totally based on artificial intelligence. So the usage that we do of artificial intelligence is not only an algorithm or one inspector. The complete management of the machine is based through artificial intelligence. These are 2 very unique, if you want, selling proposition of our line that at the end of the day are giving a very high precision in terms of analysis of the data and are giving a very important capability of detectability, as artificial intelligence, as you know, is not a software with limited function like a mathematical function, but it's a software that keeps on learning the more you use it. So this gives this type of systems a very high-end capability to have a great detection and to generate a very low false course rate based on what you're going to detect, let's say.
Okay. I noticed too that it states that that there's self-programming features to it as well. Is that AI enabled as well, or how does that work?
Yeah, let's say that right now we are bringing to the market this self-programming software. This software is totally based on AI. It's using different type of neural networks. And basically, what we do using artificial intelligence is learn what is available on the board, learn the components, storage them, and combine them with our library. And in our library, we do not only combine what is the information that we're going to acquire through the cameras, but we also acquire the best way to analyze each one of the component, each one of the pin when they're placed on the board. So the big advantage is that the selection of the different parameters that have to be used from the algorithm is totally automatic. So basically, the operator doesn't need to take care anymore for what is the way to inspect that specific component or those specific pins, but everything is generated automatically and is stored automatically inside the library. And this is a very important feature too that decreases a lot the programming time, of course, and above everything increases a lot the capability of the machine to detect the possible errors.
Okay. And as far as the AI's helping with the defect detection, is that still based upon having a golden board to begin to train the system, the AI, or does it just learn through the repetitive use of boards?
No, let's say that the concept of the golden board is, in my opinion, a very old concept. Okay, using AI, the way we use it's a totally different job. We have a complete trained library of images, and our neural networks that we supply to our customers are already completely trained. The big advantage in doing so is that basically customer can use our machine even when there are very limited number of boards available, and even when there is no golden board available. There are some big advantages in our system, if you want, talking about AI. We have developed a very particular software that are capable to let the operator further train the neural network without having access to the supplier. So it means that if in your manufacturing plant you are using our neural network to detect possible errors, and everything is already running in a nice way on very specific components, and later on you have to create a new component for your library that is not available, and you need to train the way you want to inspect this component or its pins through the neural network that you already supplied. The very important feature that the customer can use is our new software that is capable to let the customer learn a new component without forgetting what was happening before. So typically, when you have a neural network, you know that if you learn something new, you forget what was available before. With our software, when you're using a neural network, even if you train something new, it will keep what you're training as new, and it will keep what you already trained. And basically, with our neural network, you can easily detect a lot of possible errors. The most common that you can detect with almost a zero fault course is the OCR. Okay, OCR is something that typically creates a lot of troubles to everybody. We have developed a very new system to analyze all the characters, and this is giving a very nice satisfaction. But on top of this, there are solder joints, there are components, there are some very specific features inside the analysis of components and inside the analysis of the pins connected to the components that with mathematical approach will give you very limited functionality. With an AI approach, it will give you a wider possibility of analysis and, of course, a better detectability.
Okay. Thank you for that. That makes complete sense. So Delvitech is also a sustainable company. So tell me, what does sustainable mean to you, and how does AI maybe help with that?
Yeah, so let's say that Delvitech, first of all, is a sustainable company because we have dedicated our growth to be sustainable, okay? And this is one aspect of the company. The second aspect of the company is the solution we are proposing. The solution we are proposing is going to be sustainable. We are doing all the tests right now at the different customers to make the analysis of the technologies becoming predictive. So what we are working on in this moment of time and what we are testing to different customers is the possibility to analyze the process and the possibility to predict inside the process when an error is going to happen. So basically, if you consider most of the electronic manufacturing around the world, you will see that in different cases and in several cases, some boards can really not be repaired anymore. So when you get at the end of the line, you see the board, you see the error, okay, that's it. You have to destroy the board because you cannot do anything anymore. So basically, when we started our work, we said, okay, we have the fantastic possibility of being so close to what is one of the most important laboratories in the world for artificial intelligence, that is the Dalle Molle Institute from the University USI su Psichia in Lugano, where one of the most important person linked to this laboratory is Dr. Schmidhuber. And together with this laboratory, we started analyzing what was possible to do with AI on our machine. And we basically arrived at a very important conclusion. We can detect errors in a very simple way. We can reduce for course in a very simple way, but at the end of the day, still at the end of the line, your errors will be there. So how can we really make this work better? So we analyzed how to be capable to predict, how to be capable to analyze what is available in the window that you're going to inspect, and how can we make sure that everything we analyze is kept in memory, is traced, it's seen as different from the previous board in such a way that we can predict in how many boards a possible error will be generated. Of course, this information is given to the machine that can generate the error, or to the person, the operator of the line, just to say, okay, if you don't do this modification to your process, in the next 10, 15, 20 boards, a possible error in these areas will be generated. This will cause, basically, for customers, especially with high volume production, a reduction of the number of if you want, problems, real errors that you will find at the end of the line. In this way, basically, you will reduce the amount of boards that you have to translate into scrap. You can reduce the amount of components that you are using. You can reduce the amount of power that you are using because you will better produce. You will have a much more performant line. And last but not least, you will reduce the CO2 emission, okay? And this is extremely important. Of course, to make a line sustainable like this, it's not only a question of AI, it's a question of creating a machine that can totally work with AI in real time. And to do so, as previously said, basically every time we take data for a single window, we are considering in between 37 to 45 gigabytes of data to be analyzed. This is just because you cannot simply analyze a window and give an error. You need to analyze a window and study whatever is inside for each single window. So it's a process that is very complicated, that requires very particular cameras, very particular lighting, very particular power of computation inside the machine, and it basically requires a complete system and a complete technology through all of the line that can give you the result that is really expected.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That's actually very instructive the way you presented that. I appreciate that. So you just finished Productron. Well, 2 weeks ago, Productronica was held there in Munich. I know that you were exhibiting there. Tell me how was the show for you? What were you displaying? What was your message?
So the show, to be honest, was far beyond the most beautiful expectation, let's say. Okay, so we have got in 1 week closer to 300 customers visiting our booth. It's the first time that we participated to Productronica. We had not such a big booth, but we exhibited both machines that are completing our technology. We exhibited the Atom system that has been launched beginning of 2023, and we exhibited the Horus machine. The two machines are different one from the other for small things. The Atom machine has a fixed head and a moving board of inspection. The second machine has a moving head and a fixed board on the conveyor. So basically, the first machine that is the Atom is a machine very flexible, fantastic for high-end production, industrial production, where you get components that are very tall, where you get a very high mix of boards, very heavy boards, and so on. The second one, that is the Horus, is a perfect machine for very high volume production. So basically, the machine is very fast in loading, unloading, and it has been created to have a very fast acquisition time. In such a way, all type of high volume production can really get use of this machine. This machine has been introduced at Productronica and will be sold to the market starting by the end of Q1 2024. We are very happy about the Productronica, if I have to be honest. We did not expect so many people, and for sure we will participate also to Productronica 2025 with some more technical concepts that we are now developing.
Okay. Well, that begs the question then, if people wish to see your machines and they don't want to wait till 2025 to see it again, what is the best way that people should reach out or get in touch or be able to view your machines?
So we have different possibilities. The first, that is the easiest one, is to go on our website and to see all of the possible communication way with our company, through marketing, through info, through sales. There are different possibilities. The second one is to visit us on LinkedIn, where you can find all our connections. And the third one is basically to get in touch with us also during the next exhibition that where we are going to participate. That will be the most important exhibition throughout the world. But I would say the simplest way for the moment is through the website, and there you can get all the possible links to get connected to us.
Okay, that's excellent. That's excellent. Well, it sounds like you have a very interesting solution that you've brought to the market that has a lot of benefits, and I'm glad that Productronica went well. I was not there this year, so but I heard it was very well attended, and I'm glad to hear it was so positive for Delvitech as well. Before I let you go, is there any comments that you weren't able to make that you would like to still make about the solution? Or
yeah, to be honest, the most important statement is the fact that we do not consider our solution better or worse against the different solution from competition. The reality is that we are offering a solution that is different, totally different from what the different competitors have brought to the market. This solution is a solution that has no limit of expansion for the future. So basically, to say if it's better or worse than competition is not my job. I can easily say that this solution being so different, being based totally on AI and being based on this totally new technology, is offering a huge possibility of expansion for the future, and is offering a way of usage of the AOI end of the automatic optical inspection that is by far different and gives, I would say, really no limits to what is possible to see. In fact, right now we are selling several systems, not only for the inspection of electronic components, but also for the inspection of mechanical parts that are placed on the board. This is the big advantage of AI. Basically, you can learn whatever you want, and you can analyze whatever you want on the board. It can be a screw, it can be a component, it can be a solder joint, it can be glue or whatever. So really, it's a different way to do AI, and it's an unlimited way of using AI inside the AI. This is what I just say as the last comment.
That's very nice. That was appropriate comments. And I was glad to hear about the flexibility of the system as well, that it is adaptable to other areas, because I know some other people who do AOI, SPI, they do that also, for example, in the semiconductor realm, right? It's not just for PCBA. So
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, let's say that our solution can be adapted also to other markets, for sure, as you mentioned. The goal of Delvitech is to further develop new solutions that are based on the software that we already created to approach also the microelectronics and the semiconductor market. So we are basically working very hard in these months and years together with the most important Swiss universities and together with some very important schools also outside Switzerland, to make sure that what we are going to propose to the market is different. We are Swiss-based, so basically we have two things to bring to the market that are important. One is quality, the other one is technology. And basically Delvitech is completely committed to bring exclusive technology and to bring an outstanding quality. Quality in the machines and quality in capability of analyzing the process. This is our commitment.
Excellent. Well said, sir. And I think that's the proper place to end the interview. That was an excellent message. So, Roberto, I thank you very much for this time. I wish you happy holidays, and I hope that we get to speak again, sir.
It will be my pleasure. I wish you the same. And to all people who will see this interview, I wish you the best for their holidays, for Christmas time, for their vacation. All my best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.